So, if you use iMOVIE and you are a YouTuber, chances are likely that you know and love this icon. But did you know that you could do so much more than speed up those long videos just to cut it by like 30-20 seconds? Well, let me show you. I used to use Adobe Premiere Pro for another channel that I had, and I really love Adobe Premiere Pro, and I might move over. I think it was Pro. I might move back over and just pay the money for it because I think it's well worth it. But in the interim, I had to learn how to do some of the things that I did on Premiere Pro on iMOVIE. So one of the things that I discovered recently, and let me share my screen. Okay, so we're on iMOVIE. Let's first go to projects and start a new project. So we want to tell it that I'm still working on this life thing. You already have seen this video. Anyway, you've already seen this video, but as I'm recording this, I have not edited this video yet. So I'm just gonna create a new movie. Here we are, and for some reason, my video is like, I can't handle, or not my video, I can't handle the rain. No, not the rain. I cannot handle you recording at the same time that you're doing video, which I guess makes sense, honestly. Okay. So let's see. We are gonna split here because this is where I'm counting after like an unstuffing. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Scrap that. Split clip. Let me just make sure that that's what I'm doing here. Great. Let's split this up a bit. Okay, perfect. I want it just before, and I'll give a quick preview. In order to cut things, I right click, and then I say split clip, and then I can delete what I want. Delete. So we're here. So up here is where you are typically going to be working. So I'm going to touch on the thing, and if you've never seen it, this is the speed. See the speedometer? So this is the speed. This is where we want to go, right? So for this video, in terms of the speed, I'm going to show you 3 things. 1, how to customize your speed. 2, how to reverse a video. And 3, how to preserve your pitch. So, you know when you speed up your videos and it sounds like, and it sounds like this? Well, we want it to sound like, hi guys, how are you? Welcome to my channel, budget for later. And so you see how the pitch, I don't sound like, what are those 3, Alvin and the Chipmunks? I don't sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's still a little bit warbled, but if you're counting money and you're not making any sound, you're just counting money, or you're making a little bit of sound, it doesn't sound so high pitched when you do that. So first, let me show you how to customize your video, or customize your speed. So you can go here, they have settings already. You can slow down your video. So here's the speed of the video. 20, 40, 60, 81. Okay, so if I slow down the video, it now does this. And I can do it to 10%, 25%, 50%, or I can automate it, so I can choose my percentage. I don't want to do that, right? I want to fast forward. So I fast forward and it gives me 2x, 4x, 8x, 20x. And 2x looks like this. I'm like, I don't want it that fast. Well, you can customize your speed. So let's click on this again. You always have to make sure the yellow border is around this to know like that's what you're working with. You don't want that the clip that you're working with not to have the yellow border, because it might mean that there's a clip on here that you're editing instead. So I'm going to go to custom. I know that 2 times the speed is 200%. So yeah, 6 times the speed is 600%, and so on. But 200% was a little bit too fast for me, so I'm going to set it to 150%. Hit enter, and 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60. I decide that that's a little bit too fast for me still, so I do 120%. So you can put whatever percentage in here. So that's perfect for me. But say you wanted to slow it down, but you wanted to choose your own. So you could choose your slow down speed here, or you could go to custom, and anything under 100% is slow down. Anything above 100% is speed up. So I'm like, okay, 50% is too slow. I'd like to go 100% or 80%. Okay, so let's go back to our speed. Actually, let's do 200% because I think, okay. So now that you know how to customize your speed, whether it's slower or faster, now let's get me not sounding like Alvin. It is so simple, just a click of a button. You don't have to do anything else. Go up here, see where it says preserve pitch, check that, and take in the magic. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 65, 40, 65, 80, 65, 90, 95, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20. So I still sound weird because I'm talking faster now, but I don't sound high pitched. Now, say this video was sped up at 125, which is usually how I speed up my counting. I speed it up to 125, and then I have my pitch preserved. 65, 40, 65, 80, 85, 90, 95, 2. I don't sound that different, right? I sound pretty much the same, just faster. So whenever you're speeding up your video, you really want to click preserve pitch so that you don't sound so high pitched and weird. And then even what you were trying to share during that time that gets lost in translation because you sped it up, now your audience can understand what you're saying. It's faster, but they can understand what you're saying. So that I for the longest time did not know about the preserve pitch, and when I discovered it, it was like mind-blowing. Such a simple tool and literally just a click of a button. Okay. So I'm going to put it back to normal speed. I don't need the preserve pitch anymore because it's 100%. Now let's go into reversing a video. The way I'm going to show you how to do this is the way that I use the reverse tool. So I don't reverse my videos that I make, and maybe that's something that you'll want to do. You want to reverse something. That's fine. You can do this with the same thing that I'm showing you, but I'm going to show you the way that I use it. So I do a lot of graphics on Canva, and a lot of times they're animated. So this is one of them that I'm sure you're well aware of. It's when I show what's the total that's in my Ally Savings account. So I'm going to bring this down here. And this is something that we'll go more in detail about how to add graphics on top of your videos. For now, I'll just quickly tell you, when you want to add a graphic on top of your video, you just literally put it on top of your video. So this is a green screen. Again, I will go over this in another video, but I'll go into green screen. But green screen allows me to put animated graphics on top of my video, which is great. And it was something that was so helpful when I discovered it. So in order to do a green screen, when you add this, I think this is the one that needs to be clicked. Yeah. You go to green, blue screen, and it deletes the green screen. So anything that's green in your image gets deleted. So it's perfect. So I shorten this clip just so we can work with, a shorter clip. I'm going to mute this because I don't want the sound right now. I'm not showing you anything with the sound. So we have this again. Watch, we have this graphic here that on the right hand side. So this just swooped in, right? Now, I like to do this thing where it swoops in and then it swoops out, and this is how I do it. I move the thing. I hate how it's so slow to come into, it's so fast to come into screen. Anyway, so it swoops in, right? And then it stops. I like to find a part where it stops, and then I'm gonna click that, right click that, split the clip. I don't need this anymore because this is not the animated part. This is the part where it just stops, right? And in fact, I want it to stay on screen for a little bit, so I'm going to do it further away. So I'm like talking about this, blah, blah. I have 1060 in my 1 month ahead, blah, blah, and then I want it to go away, right? So I'll split it there, and then I'll get rid of this part because I don't need it. Here's how I reverse this. So I'm going to show you the goal. So here's what we want this to do. we want it to swoop in and we want it to swoop back out just for a little jazz, right? So here's what we want. We want it to swoop in, and then we want it to swoop out. We don't want it to just go away. That just seems like it cuts short. So if I did something like this, if I didn't do that, I would have something like this. Let's go back. Why you insist? I would have something like this, where it's doing its thing, and then disappears. That's totally fine, but I like to be dramatic. So let's go back to this. So we have this clip. I can make this smaller, and I'm gonna show you why. Okay, so we have this clip, and we're going to copy and paste it. Command copy, or wherever you do it. I'll show you right here, but you can just do command copy or control copy, I think, if you're on the Mac. And then I'm going to paste it down right next to it. Here's where the magic happens. You're going to click the speed button and you're going to reverse. So the speed button doesn't just slow down and speeds up, it also allows you to reverse, and it's by one click. Normally you would be done here, but let's look at what it looks like if I was just done there. So it's doing this, then it goes away, and then somehow it's back again, and then it goes out. I don't want that. I want a smooth transition, as you saw in the preview clip. Grab it, move it, grab it, and move it. And I'm gonna try to zoom in on this because this is what I do. I don't just go and drop it next to it because I don't want any gaps. I go and I nudge it a little bit, and then I know that there's really no gaps because it nudged it, right? So now I have this clip and it looks like this. Okay, so here we are. We are counting our money. We're talking about something. Our thing swoops in. We're talking about it, so it's staying on this, and then it swoops out. And that's how you reverse your thing. Now, if I wanted to, for some reason, let's see a different cache. This doesn't work in this sense, but say I wanted to reverse a video, and I'm gonna get rid of, okay, I already got rid of Excel. I could just do the same thing. I can do reverse, and it would just reverse it. And let's actually bring back the sound so you can hear what it sounds like. Doop doop. It's being reversed. But I hope this video was helpful. That is our tour of the speed button. As you notice, I am not stopping the video for train sound, so if you hear it, take a sip. But yes, the next thing that I think I'll be showing you is how to add graphics to your videos and the different ways to do so depending on what you're trying to accomplish with that graphic. So I will see you tomorrow for that video. I have not recorded it yet, but it'll be there. Anyway, thank you for watching. As usual, have a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.